Yes, Jai Gurudev students. In today's class, we will going to understand about the coaxial cable. And into the previous class, we already learned about the twisted pair cable. So now let's understand about the coaxial cable. So first we see its structure. This is the very basic structure of coaxial cable. This is a disc cable. In generally, you know that a disc cable. So disc cable is called coaxial cable. Into the inner part, this is the copper wire, and then insulation. This white cover is called the insulation, and next is a this is your wire maze, and last insulation. So this is the very basic figure of coaxial cable. So and this cable is called the coaxial cable. Now we understand what is its bandwidth and what is the definitions. So a coaxial cable is generally called coax wire. It consists of insulated copper wire surrounded by a braided metal shield and covered in a plastic jacket. And coaxial cables are capable of carrying higher frequency signal than that of twisted pair. So its passing frequency is more than twisted pair cable. And how much bandwidth data rate it can send? So it can send 450 mbps. So the coaxial cable provided high bandwidth rate up to 450 mbps. So students, you note down the definition from here to this, and also you note this paragraph also. The coaxial cable provided high bandwidth rate of up to 450 mbps, and you also draw this structure. So this structure you also draw into your copy, and this is the main structure of your coaxial cable. So I think you understand this is your copper wire first. Second, this is insulation. Third, this is called wire maze, and last insulation. So this figure you also draw into your notebook. So I think you all understand about the coaxial cable. Now we see its advantages and disadvantages. So the first advantages of coaxial cable is coaxial cable can support greater cable length between network device than twisted pair cable. So this is used to communicate city level network. So the coaxial cable is used to make a city level network. Clear? So I think you all know that the disk cable is established in a city level. So they are all cable operator using that cable, and this is useful for the shared network. Clear? And second advantage of coaxial cable is it is useful for transmitting analog as long as digital data across the network. So this cable is very useful for both analog, it can also transmit digital signal. Next advantage is it is widely used for cable television and internet connection. So it is used for both purpose. Cable television is called shared network, and this is also used in internet connection. So for the both purpose you can use the coaxial cable. Next, coax are used for transmitting several channels simultaneously. So this is able to, and it's have the capability to transmit several channels by the single cable, means more than 500 channels. This is called the broadband connection. It is also capable to transmit several channels simultaneously. Clear? And the coaxial cable has excellent noise immunity because of thick covering outside and the insulated wire. So it's also protect with the noise effect. Clear? So these are the advantages of coaxial cable. So first you note down the definition only from here to there, and also note this capability, and next you will draw the figure. That figure you will draw, this figure you will draw. Listen students, careful. This figure you will draw in your notebook, and then you will write the advantages of coaxial cable which I explained. Clear? So I think you all understand about the coaxial. Now we going to understand its disadvantages. Clear? Disadvantage of coaxial is thick coaxial cable do not bend easily and thus are difficult to install. Means the thick cable is not easily bent, it can be break. So that's why it is difficult to install. Okay. It is expensive as compared to twisted pair cable. This is expensive compared to twisted pair. So these are two disadvantages you also note down. So I think you all understood what is the coaxial, its advantages and disadvantages and its figure. You all note down its definition, advantages and disadvantage and its figure.